Recently, the court case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was going on. It was a divorce case. These people's divorce were happened in 2017. The case was a defamation case. But nowadays, it's very common for celebrities to make a case. But the main thing is that what was so much in this case that the whole world was talking about this. And what link this defamation case had with their divorce case and what was the relation with the UK case. In this video, we will discuss about all these things. First of all, what is defamation? Defamation means lying about people to put their reputation down. If the things are true, then there is no way to make defamation case. But if it's not, then it comes under the defamation case. As you have all heard that someone claimed a huge amount of money on someone. So what does all this have to do with money? Let me give you an example. Assume that I have a restaurant and I'm earning $1,000 per month from it, and somebody comes and says that I mixed something in my food and that affects the health and now my sales drop by 50%. So this is how, on someone's opinion, I got a loss of $500. So this is how someone doesn't take an advantage of freedom of speech. So that's why Constitution gave us a right that we can make a case of defamation against anyone. And now whatever he said, if you prove this wrong in the court that whatever he said was false, then whatever amount of money you lose, he'll have to give you. And in few countries, they can even be punished. And the things which I am telling has a relation with it. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are American actors, and they both met on the set of the Rum Diary for the first time in 2009. And after being in a relationship in 2012, and they got engaged in 2014 and got married in 2015. And right after the 15 months of marriage, they filed a divorce, and in 2017 they both got separated. When they filed this divorce case, then these details they themselves gave to the court date-wise, but the divorce didn't happen easily. Amber Heard alleged that Johnny Depp does violence with her, and most of the time he stays in drunken state. And on the other hand, Johnny Depp meant to say that she wanted to share with my money, that's why I'm being imposed with such allegations. This is how the case proceeds further. And after the end of this case, there were a lot of things were going on in the media, that Amber Heard was a small actor and she used to come as a supporting actor in movies, but after meeting Johnny Depp, she became a lead actress, and now she even got $7 million. So after listening to this, Amber Heard announced that she'll donate this money, in which Amber Heard said that she'll donate $3.5 million to ACLU, American Civil Liberty Union, and the rest $3.5 million will donate to CHL, a Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Then Johnny Depp said that he'll directly transfer the money to NGO, but Amber Heard refused. She said that this is how he'll get the tax benefits. That's what she doesn't want. In 2017, the divorce case ends and Amber Heard starts dating Elon Musk, and both get separated, and in the case they sign an important agreement which mentions that they both can't speak anything about each other and this relationship. In 2018, there's a news agency in UK named as News Group newspaper, that is the publisher of The Sun, which published an article that how can J.K. Rowling cast a wife beater in the movie. The Fantastic Beasts, this movie was UK based, and due to this he had been pressurized to remove from this movie. After seeing all this, Johnny Depp filed a case on News Group newspaper in UK, and then this case runs in UK, and the court said on the behalf of Johnny Depp's divorce case that 12 allegations were true out of 14, and News Group newspaper said that he is a wife beater. This is actually a fact, and Johnny Depp loses this case and he doesn't get chance to challenge this case. And after that, Johnny Depp gets asked to resign Fantastic Beasts movie, and this is the note by mentioning in the social media. As you can see here, in the social media, Johnny Depp leaves this note, and the note is that after that his reputation gets down so much and his career hits a downfall, and his name even gets removed from so many projects. If we see, then Johnny Depp was losing in court repeatedly, and now we're going to talk upon the post that is the root cause of this controversy. In 2018, Washington Post published an OPED, which was written by Amber Heard. Now, like there are senior editors and publishers of newspaper who writes editorials, just like that there is an OPED in which individuals write their thoughts. There are no news agencies involved in it and not their reporters. In this OPED, Amber Heard wrote that I took a stand against violence and tolerated society's pressure, which should be changed. 2 years back, I became a public figure for representing domestic violence and abuse. For that, I faced the aggression of the whole society, and I have seen too closely that how institutes projects the people who abused women. In this whole article, the name of Johnny Depp wasn't mentioned anywhere. But when they got divorced, then they signed an agreement at that time that they cannot make insulting remarks directly or indirectly to one another, and 2 years was specifically mentioned in this post. And this was the time when Amber Heard filed the divorce case. In such a way it was written that anybody could get an idea that it was about Johnny Depp, because Amber Heard got married only once. She didn't get married more than that. As soon as this article got published in Virginia, Johnny Depp filed a case in Virginia. He did it in Virginia because Washington Post was based on Virginia. In this case, Johnny Depp accused Amber Heard that because of this article, his image got spoiled and he had to lose big movie projects like Pirates of the Caribbean and Fantastic Beasts, and claim the damage of $50 million. And this is how Johnny Depp filed a defamation case on Amber Heard, and Amber also filed a case of $100 million on Johnny Depp. And now maybe you guys are thinking that Johnny Depp filed a defamation case because of the Washington Post. But why did Amber Heard file a case of $100 million? See, Johnny Depp's lawyer gave 3 statements which was published in Daily Mail newspaper. In that they said that Amber Heard and their friends filed a fake violence case for their benefits, and the Twitter petitions also trended in which a campaign of removing Amber Heard from Aquaman went upscale. Amber Heard put that blame on Johnny Depp. That also, and by making this as base, she filed a defamation case of $100 million against Johnny Depp. Now you guys may be thinking that why did all of a sudden Amber Heard wrote this article on Washington Post? She didn't write an article just like that. It was well thought out by Amber Heard. As I mentioned earlier that when Amber Heard got divorced, then the settlement was $7 million, and this $7 million Amber Heard will donate this money to ACLU and CHLA charities. ACLU made Amber Heard the ambassador of the women's rights, and the article of Washington Post, due to which the whole controversy was created. It was known later that it wasn't written by Amber Heard, it was written by ACLU. The communication strategist of ACLU, Robin, he wrote the first draft of this article in November 2018, and after that Amber Heard's legal team checked it again and made some edits and finalized it again. And by doing this, ACLU and Amber Heard both were meant to be benefited through this article. ACLU tried to boost their ambassador's positive image and benefited from it, and on the other hand, Amber Heard wanted to create a hype before the release of Aquaman movie. It was one of kind of mutual benefit deal. In fact, Amber Heard requested to ACLU to put their article's publishing date near to Aquaman movie's release date. Amber Heard and ACLU were not scared because Johnny Depp was losing in the court repeatedly. When this case started, then the lawyer of Johnny Depp was removed by court because there were some agreements which were not supposed to be made public. But his lawyer made them public, and Camille took the place of that lawyer whose cross-examination went viral. This case was a high profile that the companies like Redbubble and Etsy launched merchandise over it. Their sales were so high when this case started. Then the very first discussion happened was that the $7 million money which Johnny Depp gave as a settlement, what was done with that? In August 2016, Amber Heard said that she'll give $3.5 million to ACLU and the rest $3.5 million to CHLA in March 2021. After asking CHLA, it came out that she donated only $250,000, out of which $3.5 million. After December 2021, ACLU confirmed that Amber Heard stopped donating money from after 2018. Before 2018, she gave $1.3 million, out of which $350K were directly given by Amber Heard. $100K directly came from Johnny Depp, and $850K came from Donor Advice Fund. It's been said that this was paid by Elon Musk. Elon also tweeted regarding this, and after the email got leaked, it came to know that Elon had a meeting with ACLU, and when all these got reflected in the court, then Amber Heard said that due to the case of Johnny Depp, she has given $6 million as fees till now, and that's why she wasn't able to make other payments. After that, Johnny Depp's team picked Amber Heard's girlfriend's case, Tasya Van Ree, where Amber Heard got arrested for the physical assault, but Amber Heard and her girlfriend refused it that it was just a misunderstanding. After that, in 2015, Johnny Depp told that when he was in Australia, his lawyer made an agreement that if they both get divorced, then how would they arranged the money in that case. Amber Heard didn't like this at all, and she threw a bottle on him that injured Johnny Depp's finger. After that, Amber Heard's recording came in front, in which she accepted that she hit Johnny Depp, and this is the image. On the other hand, Amber said that she faced violence for the first time in 2013 when she made fun of Johnny Depp's tattoo. Johnny Depp was drunk and he didn't like this at all and did violence to her. After that, the second violence was done on a private plane in 2014. After that, Amber also told that she got marks on her face because Johnny Depp threw a phone at her due to a very big fight. Because of that particular incident, LA police also investigated, and he said that there wasn't any incident happened like that, and the important testimony was of Morgan. You may have seen the video of him testifying in court. There were billions of views on the video. Morgan is an employee of TMZ company. In 2016, he was told that Amber Heard would come out of the court and she'll move her face to the other side, and a picture is to be taken of her at the time that if it had to cover the marks of the injury on her face. This thing Morgan told in the court that when he sent the photographer, and the same thing happened. Amber faced the sideways and had marks on her face, and it looked like as she was beaten. After that, CEO of US Forensics, Brian, he proved that this image submitted by Heard's legal team in which she had marks on her face are edited. And the court said that the 3 statements posted by Amber Heard in Washington Post were proved by Johnny Depp that he was being defamed by these statements, and he faced a huge loss by this. This statement is wrong, and despite knowing the truth, Amber Heard got the statement in Washington Post, and that's why the court ordered Amber Heard to give $10 million as compensation to Johnny Depp. And other than this compensation, she was charged with punitive damages. Punitive damages means that the punishment of the mistakes you made normally, $5 million are to be given in the case of punitive damage. But due to this limit of Virginia state law, Amber Heard has to give only $3.5 million to Johnny Depp. This was a verdict of Johnny Depp's claim, but Amber Heard claimed that her reputation also got damaged due to the Daily Mail article. On that, the court said that Amber Heard proved 1 out of 3 statements and she faced damages, and even after knowing the truth, Johnny Depp's lawyer got it posted. Due to this statement, Amber Heard will get the compensation, which amounted to $2 million, but no punitive damages were given to her. So this was the whole case study of Johnny Depp's defamation case. If you liked this video, then do subscribe my channel and let me know in the comment section. Thank you so very much.